Good morning, everybody. I just wanted to come on here and say thank you again for shopping local, even if you're not, I'm going to sit down here, local to Tallahassee. By following us and commenting and sharing these videos, you're supporting a local business even when you aren't living in Tallahassee. So just wanted to do a shout out about that. I'm showing you, I have these stacked up here. I know that's kind of odd, but this is a sofa table that we've had in the store. This one, it's probably 1970s, 80s. It's not real wood. It's hard to see, I know, with the lighting. I'm actually at my home right now. We're not open till 2 o'clock today because of COVID. We have limited hours. We're open Tuesday through Friday, 2 to 6. Saturday and Sunday 12 to 4. So right now I'm just streaming from my home, which is my dining room. I call it the studio, but it's my dining room. You make do with what you have during COVID and other situations. But okay, let's talk about this. Is a sofa table we've had in the store, again, 1970s, 80ish, veneer, not real wood. It's got damaged top. I will post some pictures later, and you can see it on our YouTube as well and Instagram. Follow us on Instagram, The Other Side Vintage. And this table on top of it is just a little end table, and I'm showing it this angle, one, because this is the best view from my studio, my dining room floor. This one looked very similar to this one before it was painted. So basically what I did, it had damage on the top. Oh, you can see the top pretty good. It was damaged on the top. Again, I'll have pictures on our YouTube and our Facebook and our Instagram for The Other Side Vintage of this before and after. This detailing here, you couldn't see. It didn't pop because it was in that faux wood. Now this is real wood underneath, but it's got that veneer kind of 1970s, 80s overlay. So the reason why I did this here is I don't know, and again, it could be due to lighting. There is an inset right here. Sorry, not an inset, but basically an addition here, a raised portion. This is a seashell. You probably can't even see it because it goes in with the wood so well, or the veneer. So this was the same with this. This was just getting overlooked because it was just a basic, boring table. But really, when you look, this table down here also has insets, and on the legs, let me scoot over here, there's tons of detail work over here. None of that is popping because it's hidden from the dark veneer look. So this was the same with this table. Again, damage on top, scratches, someone had carved names in it. So we took this piece, we cleaned it up really well, and then we let it dry, and that's what I'm going to be doing with this piece later today. And then I put a layer of Boss, which is a blocking of odors and stains and tannins, on the top because it had so many scratches. Some of them went down through the veneer to the wood. That makes it kind of bleed through with tannins. When you put Boss on top of that, that stops it. So I put a layer of white Boss on there, B-O-S-S. It's made by Dixie Belle. We do sell it in the store. So you want to put a layer to stop that bleed through from coming through, especially because I was doing a light color. I was doing white. I was going to do a limeade. I wasn't sure if I was going to do French, this green French. But anyways, these light colors compared to something like this, it bleeds through. So I knew with using something like this, or the white that I went with, it's actually buttercream, this requires a little bit of Boss before it to block the tannins. This does not, because this will hide it well in colors. Something like this. Again, I didn't need Boss with these colors, but I wanted it to be a neutral. So I used Boss, I let it dry. It took about 20 minutes, maybe an hour. I think I was doing other things anyways. I did not put it on this part because what I wanted to do here is I just basically took my brush, and this is an example. This is a mini brush. I think I used an oval small, but either way, whatever brush you use, even if it's a chip brush, when I applied the paint, I put a little bit in there. I dipped in, let's see if I have it. Okay, this is the Boss, B-O-S-S. This is what I put on. This is the buttercream. So I just dipped into this jar and just got a little bit on the edges and on the sides of the brush. Don't forget and neglect the sides of your brushes. A lot of times when we're painting, we're using the sides of the brushes more than we are just the tips. So I put it just a little bit here and a little side, and then I just gingerly feathered this by going across when the paint was on there. I wish I had filmed this earlier. I think I did, but it deleted, and then I'm editing some of those. It'll be on the YouTube, Love it. It'll be on the other side, vintage YouTube. So you just take the side of the brush and I gingerly went across and I allowed the brush and the raised highlight portions of this accent piece to do its own work. So it did itself. You just let it do its work. And then that way, the insets that you're seeing here, right there, how it's darker, how it's popping on this side here, again, same thing here. You just gingerly let the brush, and of course you reapply paint. Then on the insets, I didn't want it to be so, it's better to see on the side. I did a full paint job here. So here I would use the brush. Here I used the sides so that it would catch all those highlights. Some people call it dry brushing. Dry brushing to me is when you offload all the way and just do a little bit. This was how I was painting this piece, so it's not exactly dry brushing. It caught all these highlights and it made all these little insets stay the original color. It actually looks black, but that's the wood veneer showing through. So sometimes it's easier just to let the piece, just like this piece that I'm about to do, you can't see that unless you zoom in. I'm sorry I'm so far away, but this is how we're filming. This shell, this little accent here, this inset beveled edge that goes all the way across, and then these legs with that detailing, that's exactly how I'm going to paint this piece. I've already cleaned this piece. I'm going to sand a little bit the top of this piece because it has some damage from someone scratching their name in it and wear and tear. So I'm going to sand it a little bit, and if I can stand up without falling off, so if I, you'll see. I'm on a turtle. What? I have this little rolly thing that I use to sit on, and then I have this turtle pillow that Jason gave me, and I set it on there for comfort so you can see. It's just a little dolly made for furniture, but I sit on it so I can roll around. But what I'm trying to show you is I have this old sander. So this is 80 grit, and I sanded the top of this. It only took about 2 minutes. And I'm going to sand this top of this piece too, just to get those little gouges out. Now I have a newer sander that's an orbital, it's round. I like it better, but because of where I'm at, and part of my stuff is at the store and part of it is at home due to COVID, I used what I have. So, and I used 80. You could use 220. The higher you go up in numbers, the less it takes off. So if you're a beginner, go with a higher 220, try it, and then go back over it. If you do 80, it can take off so much more than you want it to do. So it's better to start with 220 and work your way down if you need to. I just did 80 because why? That's what I had. That's what was already on that piece of equipment. And I was just being lazy and decided, okay, I don't have the 220 here. Let's just use what I have. So there you go. Don't be afraid to use what you have. If you have kids, I was looking for my little brushes. Kids brushes from the dollar store or a little kids kit of art supplies, use your little brushes. If that's all you have, use it. Just use what you have. So this is why, again, down here you can see the detailing on these feet. I want to move this because it's on little wheels, but it might pop off because, again, I'm using the wheels. They're too small for this piece because the big wheels are at the store because I have a bookcase being painted at the store. So you can see this detailing. Just like over here, you can't really see it now, maybe with the light coming in. It doesn't pop because it's blending in. Once you get the paint on, it really pops. So again, I probably will go neutral with this, but there's also the thought of with the seashell, it's beach themed. It can either become a neutral by just making it white, or I can use a bright mermaid green color on it, or a purple. I'm not going to go with a purple, but you can make it fun. And this becomes, instead of a sofa table that goes behind the sofa, it becomes a desk. It is the perfect height. Yes, I have it up on wheels about this high up, so it's a little bit shorter than it appears here. But it becomes a desk. It becomes a double desk. You could sit 2 children here or 2 adults with their laptops and still have space in between. So this is a very functional piece. Even though sofa tables, some people love them, some people say they're going out of style. I like to repurpose them as just perfect laptop desk, or put your big screen TV on them. It doesn't take much space up. It goes against the wall. Your big screen TV sits right on it, and then you have a good working piece. So repurpose your furniture pieces. So I'm just showing you this to give you kind of a suggestion of what this looks like before compared to what this piece. They were the same color, the same material, that 70s, 80s veneer type faux wood look. And then it has some real wood underneath the top and stuff, but it does have that veneer, that shiny, really slick space. So that's why I decided to paint these. Again, this one has been in the store, I don't even know how long, a long time, and nobody's looking at it. I guarantee you, as soon as this is painted, this piece will sell, because it's a very useful piece. It won't be very expensive. It's going to be a good price point and very functional. So functional furniture, even if it's repurposed, like a sofa table going to a desk. You could even put this underneath, if you have a kitchen that has just a little bit of a lip on the back of the bar, it sits underneath mine, and it actually can become a breakfast bar. You can put little chairs here again, and then you have a faux eat-in dining room, table, kitchen, you know what I'm saying, without having to rebuild your kitchen. Because I live in a little condo, and we just have a little bit of an overhang, and so I can sit this right underneath once it's painted and sealed, and eat at it and use it like a sit-in bar eating table. And since I'm facing the kitchen, I can talk to whoever's cooking, which isn't going to be me, by the way. I can talk to whoever's in the kitchen doing the work and have a conversation. So it can be a eat place, but it also could be a workplace. I could plug in my laptop facing the kitchen and use it to work on while I'm talking and having a conversation with my family. So there you have it. Hopefully you'll see an update on this. Follow us on Instagram and YouTube, Facebook, and we'll have an update about how this piece goes. I am again going to put a layer of boss on it. So I'm going to tell you, as soon as I get off here, if I haven't already cleaned it, which I think I have, I'm going to clean it again. And then I'm just going to put a layer of boss on top. And the only reason I'm doing that, again, is because someone has scratched the top and it's gone down to below the veneer, and that might have tannins come through, which makes it bleed. It makes it, when you paint it a light color, it'll come through and look brown or red, and that's why they call it bleeding. So I'm going to put boss on there, let it dry for about an hour, and then I'm going to choose whichever color. I'm low on buttercream, so it may be a white color that I have in my stock. I don't have that right here. Or I might go crazy and do a beachy theme with some blending of other colors. Possibly not purple, but that's what I'm planning on doing. There's also, let's see, I have some colors here. This is Barn Red. I'm not thinking that's going to be the case. And, okay, I'm rolling on the turtle. If you don't know what I'm talking about, you'll see. Just play back and you'll see my turtle. There's also this color blue, which is very classy. So I might have to use that too. We'll see. But anyway, once I do it, if I do it in the light color, this will pop. This accent that you can barely see. This little raised seashell look. This, the beveled edge of this, you can't see that it has like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, about 5 different layers of bevel. Looks really pretty. You can't see it because it's not popping with that color. So that's what we're going to be doing. We're going to use the side of our brush, not the bristles, to make the brush do the work. Let the tools you have do the work. You do it one time, it needs more, you just wait and let it dry 20 minutes and go back over it again. These are all water-based products that I'm using, hence why I like this. This is why I sell this in my store. I use Dixie Belle products because they're water-based, easy cleanup in the kitchen, no low VOCs, no smell, no odor, no headache from paint, that paint smell. You don't get any of that. If it gets on my dog or cat because they walk by and they hit this, it comes right off with water. If you have kids, same thing. Rinse out the brush in the sink, let it dry, and use the brush again. So again, very easy cleanup of water-based. If I get it on my shirt, although this is my Tallahassee downtown shirt, I won't paint in this because my other shirts I actually use to wipe off the paint. If I get a little extra, I just wipe it off with my painting shirts. I won't on this. But even if you did get in your shirt, you just go and get some water on it and rinse it right out within 30 minutes. Now, you can paint fabric with this paint. If you want it to stay, you wait, let it cure for about 12 to 24 hours, and then you heat set it in the dryer and it will stay. That paint's not going anywhere. So very forgiving, very nice. This is what I'll be working on. Follow us on Instagram, YouTube, Facebook. And again, how can you help local businesses in Tallahassee if you don't live in Tallahassee, or even if you do live in Tallahassee? Due to COVID, the best thing you can do for us right now is to share our post, tell a friend about us, Tag us on Instagram to friends and shop with us. We sell things on Instagram and we ship anywhere in the United States. But even if you can't shop with us, don't have any money to spend right now, I totally get it. Follow us, watch some of our videos, share them to your friends. It's cheap and easy way to get the word out about local businesses. Support your local in your own town. All your local businesses are struggling, and Walmart, Target, all those places that we love to shop are doing, you know, we're all hurting. They have lots of money for advertising and such. Local businesses or mom and pops or family owned and operated like our businesses don't have those advertising dollars as much as they do. So we rely on people like you, and that's how we get word out. And people like you, I say that, people like you. People like you meaning everyday person. How can I help? I can't do anything. I don't have any money. I can't shop there. I live in Iowa. You can help. Just share, post, tell a friend. We really appreciate it, you guys. And don't forget to check out railroadsquare.com. That's where we're located, at Railroad Square Art District in Tallahassee, Florida, downtown. And there's lots of other local mom and pop shops there, all locally owned. And we appreciate you following those businesses as well. So shout out to our friends at Railroad Square Art District. Thanks, you guys. We'll be open again today, 2 to 6. And check us out at theothersidevintage.com for all our links to all our different social media, or at eBay or Etsy if you do want to order from us. And we appreciate it. Hopefully you'll see the update on this piece and it'll look as nice and fun as this piece above it. So thank you for watching. I'm going to stand up now and try not to fall over. Thank you, guys. Putting my glasses on. Well, I got this last little minute here. See? See that detailing? Now you can see. And see below it? There's that piece that I was talking about. You can't see it. There you can see it. There you can't. So we'll have that updated soon. Thanks again, you guys.